and I am going to start off by demonstrating the things that are banned in the franchise. Alright? First thing that is banned in the franchise is the sky kick. Alright? If you want to kick off and you press triangle, a lot of people will press triangle and then they'll move it all the way over to the right to sky kick it to the fullback. They'll do it almost full power and then they'll sky kick it to the fullback. The sky kick anywhere, fullback or anywhere else, the sky kick is banned in my franchise. Alright, corner kickoff. Corner kickoff is when you take it all the way to the right or all the way to the left. Alright? If you do anywhere in between, that's fine. But once you do it all the way to the right or all the way to the left, what people will do is they'll do it all the way to the right or left. And then they'll try to do it less than full power and try to get it to stay in the field of play. That went into the end zone, but they'll try to get it into the field of play and get the ball to just stop right there. And then try to get them down with the one. That corner kickoff where you go all the way to the right or to the left and then try to get it into the field of play, that is banned. Alright, now we're going to talk about the other side of things that are banned. Alright, let's kick it off real quick. Wiggle running and zigzag running, that is banned also. So you got the sky kick that is banned. You have the corner kickoff that is banned. Alright, and then you have wiggle running and zigzag running, which are also banned. And it is not just banned on the kickoff, it is banned anytime you do it. So this would be zigzag running, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm not against cutting once or twice or three times. But once you get to the fourth or the fifth, you just keep going and going and going. You're trying to exploit the pursuit of the AI, which is not that great in Madden. So when you run like that, that is banned. That will be zigzag running. And now I'm going to give an example of wiggle running, which is just tighter. This is wiggle running. That's wiggle running right there. When you're twitching back and forth. I'm going to do it one more time, and then we're going to get to the answers for the 10 prerequisite questions to enter the franchise. Wiggle running. That is banned. If you do those things, that will result in a player suspension. Alright, now the 10 questions, 10 prerequisite questions to join Beast Mode Now franchise are: first question is, what are you supposed to do when you have a computer opponent? How many times is one commissioner allowed to play as your computer in a franchise here? And what happens when no one plays? What happens when no one plays as your computer opponent? You are to reach out to your divisional commissioner. There's 4 divisional commissioners in the franchise. You are to reach out to your divisional commissioner if you have a game against a computer. One commissioner. A commissioner is only allowed to play as your computer opponent once per franchise year. If no one plays as your computer opponent, the game will be simmed and you will be given either a fair sim weeks 1 through 12, a forced win if you have a losing record, or we are in weeks 13 through 17, or a forced loss if you are not available to play. So if you're not available to play your game, then you're going to get a loss. If you are available to play your game, it'll be a fair sim weeks 1 through 12, or a forced win if you have a losing record, or for in weeks 13 through 17. Second question, if you have a disconnect, what are you supposed to do? What happens if you are disconnected twice? If you have a disconnect, you are supposed to play again and recreate the score in the game, and approximate game situation, unless you disconnect it in the second half of the fourth quarter. All the disconnect rules are in the rules. If you disconnect in the second half of the fourth quarter, one player can give the other the win, or if you want to play it out, you can start a game over and play to a certain point in the first quarter and recreate the situation again, but keep score in your head. If you disconnect twice, you are not to play again, and the game will be simmed according to the score difference at the time of the disconnect, and those disconnect rules are in the rules. All right, third question, how often do we advance and at what times and time zone? We advance twice a day at 9 p.m. at midnight Eastern. Fourth question, how many trades and position changes are you allowed to make? Up to how many computer games are are the commissioners as a whole allowed to play for a user? How many regular season games are you allowed to miss? All right, the first question, you're allowed to make up to 4 trades a year, 4 position changes, and the commissioners as a whole are allowed to play up to 4 computer games against one user. So that'll be 4 different commissioners playing one game against one user, so that'll be up to 4 games. And you're allowed to miss up to 8 regular season games. Fifth question, how many game types are there? What are the names and the quarter length of the game types? There are 5 game types, which are as follows. There's the quick game, the 4-minute quarter game, the Madden default game, 7-minute quarter game, and then there's the Beast Mode Now default game, offensive explosion game, and defensive struggle game, which are all 15-minute quarter games. All right, sixth question. When you're winning big, what are you supposed to do? When you are up by 17 or more points, you're not to do the hurry up unless it's 2 minutes or less in the second quarter, no 2-point conversion tries, no fourth down conversion tries, and onside kicks at that point are banned. You're supposed to run the clock out, and when it's under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, kneel it down. So that's what you're supposed to do when you're up by 17 or more points. Seventh question, what things in the sportsmanship cheese play rules are banned? I just showed you that. Wiggle running, zigzag running, corner kickoff, and sky kick are all banned. If you do those things, you will have a player suspension. All right. Eighth question, are you allowed to re-sign a player you released? You may not sign a player you released until the offseason if that player is still available that you released. Ninth question, what happens if you and your user opponent cannot agree on a time to play? That game will be fair simmed, but it will not count as a game you missed. And last question, where can I find out what week we are in, what year and week we're in, when we are advancing, the updates I need to know about the franchise? All those things, there's a channel called Announcements. It's underneath the main Beast Mode Now channel. It's underneath that channel. All those things can be found in the announcements, as well as the schedule for how often we advance, how we advance. That can be found in the advanced schedule channel. All right, the answer to all these questions is in the Beast Mode channel. This is the first channel in the rewards category. All the answers to these questions can be found there. So you can literally just go there and copy and paste the answers in my DM. All right, now you have all the answers to the questions to enter the franchise. Hope you enjoy your time in the franchise. Peace.